raised couch, trying to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door. What? No more. Kick that girl out in the street. Next time I'll be more discreet. Son of a gun, pay for all I've done. Well, they get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
I step correct. Your neck. You all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no error to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. On the ground with Bigsby to strike the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And Bigsby once more. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance, because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Sammy Porter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Normally, you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. You look at this Arizona defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Another run by Bigsby. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Cardinals at 500, 7-7 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught by Laporta. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you had the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and reconnects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Now 3rd and 5.
Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They're going to look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
2nd and inches at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works him past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Gets past one man. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Trap 60, trap Cougar 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
first down. He'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, as the first half is winding down. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hey, please.
Back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to air one out. Oh, man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That'll be caught by St. Brown.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And now an audible here into something else. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Detroit Lions.
Let's go now.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Once more, Montgomery. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go, set. Bronco 80.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw here. Short one here, caught by McBride. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This is taken in by McBride. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
18 Cardinal, 18 Buffalo, 18.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
16 yards. That's good. For a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside. At the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The backup Murray, his first throw. Short one here, caught by McBride. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Murray. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 43 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Throwing now is Murray. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bigsby. And a solid run down inside the 30. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Murray off play action. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Murray. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 25-yard.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got to slip. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking it the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken around the 12. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Green. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Murray now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's Murray. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Now 3rd down and very long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. An excellent return that time. 26 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
A gain of 15. And the Lions 1st down.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for Detroit, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles